I wanted to show you really quickly how to make miracle noodles. Now, if you had a bad experience with these in the past, just hear me out. If you haven't heard of these, we think they're awesome at our house. They're miracle noodles, and they're made from cognac, and they're 0 carbs. We love these things. This is their fettucine brand. These are thicker noodles, like fettuccine noodles. And this is the angel hair pasta. And the angel hair is more like traditional spaghetti, very thin. So, and I first found miracle noodles, and these are made from cognac, not soy. They're not the shirataki noodles. They're different. And you can find these on Amazon. Our local grocery store carries them in the Asian food section, and they're on the very bottom shelf. And so anyway, the first time I brought these home, I was so excited to use them. And so I got them home, and I cut them open, and I had read the directions on the package, and I cut them open, and I was greeted by this really fishy seafood smell. And my first thought was, my family will never eat these. They're about $2.50 a package, and I thought I wasted my money. But hang in there, follow the directions, and I promise you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay, so when you cut it open, it's going to have a fishy seafood odor. I'm not sure exactly why, but just trust me. I'm going to pour it into a colander, and this is really larger than you need, but I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. The package, if you read the directions, actually says that you drain the water out of the package, rinse them in cool water for 10 to 15 seconds. I rinse them more like 30 to 35 seconds. You can't over rinse them. I rinse them until that seafood smell is gone. Then you're going to blanch them in boiling water for a few minutes, and then you want to drain them on paper towel. I actually tend to drain them in butter. So let's get to rinsing. They are smelling really strong. Rinse them, and while they rinse, I don't just put them in the colander. I rinse them pretty thoroughly. I'm constantly turning them over. You'll see that these are thicker. This is the fettuccine noodle, so it is a little bit thicker. This is actually my husband's favorite, and you can put them with any kind of meat or seafood dish, anything that you would normally use fettuccine for. My rule of thumb in terms of how long to rinse them, I don't set a timer, but I do smell them. So I'll rinse them for quite a while, and then I will pick them up and smell them. And if they still smell seafoody or fishy, I'll keep rinsing. Now, another thing that I've done is, see how long some of these are? That's pretty long. Another thing I've done, especially when I've used them in soups, and these are great in soups, so you can make a chicken noodle soup with this, I take my kitchen scissors and I trim them. And so for soups, that length, or this length, is a lot easier. So if you thought you were done with chicken noodle soups, you aren't. Get some chicken bones, make some bone broth, put your chicken in there, maybe do some zucchini, do different vegetables that are all low carb, and you can have a wonderful homemade soup. But the garlic is perfect for colds. So I'm just going to clip this with my kitchen shears as it drains. And I've got them clipped. And let's smell them again. Make sure you rinse it really well. And there's no smell. And as far as taste, once you get it really well rinsed, there really isn't a taste. It's a very neutral taste. That's why it's great with a marinara, a tomato-based sauce, or it's great with just butter, and or it's great with seafood. Like I said, a cheesy Alfredo sauce. Any of those things would work with this. Okay, so we've rinsed them. Now let's take them over to the stove and give them a boil. Okay, so we've rinsed them until there's no smell, and our water's about to boil. It was boiling before I added some more water to it. And I'm just going to drop the pasta right in. Oh, there's a long one I didn't clip. I'm going to drop it in and let it boil. Now you'll see as it boils that it changes colors. It's kind of a translucent color now. It will become more white. So let's put that in there. They make, in addition to the fettuccine noodles, they make the spaghetti that I was showing you, the angel hair, and they do make a rice. And my family really likes the rice. In fact, I made some the other night and served it with kind of an Asian dish. And when you add the butter and the salt, the rice is very similar. So we're going to let this boil. It says for a minute. I've never over boiled it. And while this is boiling, I wanted to show you, and by the way, the Miracle brand company has not sent me, they're not endorsing this, and they haven't sent me any products. We just use it as part of an important part of our low carb diet for quick meals, especially during the week. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. However, this company, Chefs Limited, did send me recently a set of their kitchen utensils, and so I'm just using them. One of the things I love about these utensils is that when I put it down on the cabinet, if you can see that, it doesn't touch. So if I had spaghetti sauce all over this, it still wouldn't touch my cabinet, and I really love that feature. And they're all like that. The spatula is like that, and the whisk actually touches. It's the only thing that touches. There's a slotted spoon with holes. There's a potato masher, which I'm going to call a turnip masher. Cauliflower masher, as my husband says. Another spoon. And then this, which I never thought I'd use a spaghetti grabber again. But anyway, I am using it. And you can see that it's turning more white than opaque as it boils. Now again, keep in mind that once this is done, and I usually cook 2 packs at a time, the nutrition information says that it is less than 1 carb per serving, and there's 2.5 servings in 1 package. I tend to do 2 packages and get probably 3 servings out of that. So you might want to count 2 carbs if you're eating that much of it. Again, this is awesome in soup. You can use it with marinara sauce, again, an Alfredo sauce, a homemade Alfredo, a cheesy sauce, any of those things. So what I would do at this point, and it's boiling now, but what I would do at this point is simply drain it really well and serve it with my sauce, or I can put it in a pan with bacon fat or with butter, cook some of the water out of it, and then add whatever I'm going to put with it. I could put spinach, I could do some chicken, I could do spinach and shrimp, sun-dried tomato, a little heavy cream, and have a really nice quick meal during the week. So these are Miracle Noodles. I hope that your family enjoys them as much as mine.